Download. Download compares an opposing Pokemon's defense and special defense stats before raising its own attack or special attack stat, whichever will be more effective. Fairly straightforward, besides for doubles. As the description told us, Download looks at the defensive stats of the Pokemon in front of you, takes the weakest defensive stat, and then gives you either an attack or special attack boost which corresponds with their weakest defensive stat. But if there is a tie between defensive stats, it would automatically give you a special attack boost. But how does that work for doubles, since there's more than one Pokemon opposite from you? Does it only take the stats from the Pokemon across you? No. It takes all the defensive stats from both your opponent's Pokemon, and then adds them up all together, and out of that it will take the weakest stat. So, for example, I have a Slowbro here who is very defensive, and I have a Goodra here who's very special defensive. In total there's more special defense in play, and therefore the Genesects should all get an attack boost and not a special attack boost. As you saw, both Genesects got the same attack boost. If it was the case, I mentioned earlier that it would only take the stats from the Pokemon across you, then both would have had a different boost than each other. But how does it work when we are considering health items, abilities, swapped stats and buffs? Well, it doesn't take health items into account. So let's say I give my defensive Slowbro an Assault Vest, and that makes my special defense higher. It will still see my defense as the highest stat and give me a special attack boost. It also doesn't take abilities into account. So let's say your special defense stat is higher, but you activate your Marvel Skills ability, and that makes your defense higher. It will still see special defense as the highest stat. For some reason it does take stuff like Power Trick into account, but you won't find that too often. And it also takes stat boosts into account, so let's say my Slowbro with a higher defense uses Calm Mind once or twice, then Download would see that and take that into account. So in short, it takes the average of all the opponent's defensive stats, it takes stuff like Calm Mind and Bulk Up into account, but it doesn't register stuff like Assault Vest, and if there's a tie between the stats, you will get a special attack boost. So that's all I have for today, and I hope you have a nice day. By the way, sorry if I sound somewhat... what would be the word? I don't know the word actually. Either way, I have corona, so I sound like I got a clam on my nose, so I hope it wasn't too notable.